welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of Talkin Top Tier. I'm your host, always doing the most. They call me Tone the Boast. And as always, I got a very special guest here today. She received Female Rapper of the Year at the Iowa Music Awards. It's a big deal, y'all. Give it up and make some noise for August Gonzalez.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
You're the audience, you got in the back?
Yeah. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Got a little bit of your music playing. That's something I normally don't always do, but felt that it was appropriate.
Thank you.
I think that song is Trippin'.
Trippin', yep.
I like it. I like the style. They just need to listen to everything you got. Your whole catalog.
Thank you.
It's fire.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So let's get into it. Let's introduce you, how you got started into music, where you're based out of, and how we got to this point.
Yeah. My name's August Gonzales. I'm from Burlington, Iowa. That's a small little river city on the Mississippi in southeast Iowa. I've always been into music as a child. I remember growing up, music class was my favorite class. I was in choirs and stuff growing up. I think I really, really got into it. I saw Logic. He's one of my favorite rappers. I've always been into it. So I used to rap for my friends back in the day and like, hey, I wrote this over songs that I liked, and I write my own verse over them. Mostly a lot of Lil Wayne, I'll be honest.
Hey,
Lil Wayne and Roscoe Dash. I used to love those two growing up.
R-O-S-C-O-E, Mr. Shorty put it on me.
He has had the best hooks, and man. But so I used to do that, and then I got into GarageBand. My friend, he showed me some stuff that he had recorded. I said, how did you do this?
Yeah. And
then he showed me he had GarageBand. So I remember I bought myself a MacBook, got GarageBand, and then I started making all these weird little beats and stuff with the Apple loops and all that.
Yep.
And then started, recording myself. And then back to Logic, he started doing these Freestyle Friday things. Yeah. So I was all like, I could do that. So I would do that. I would record myself and I would put it, on the internet and on Facebook and stuff like that. And I got to get a reaction from it. And people was all like, where can I stream this? When can I, do this and that or whatever? And I didn't really know how to do that at that point. But I think I told you before, I worked for this small record label and I learned how to do all that. So then I got DistroKid and started putting it out there and still got a good response, so here I am still doing it.
Yeah, I love it, and I'm grateful for it. And then, so these songs that I've been listening to, Trippin', Anxious, are they all a part of an EP?
Yes, they are part of my EP, Anxious FM, which I dropped this year back in May. If you haven't checked it out, it is available on all streaming platforms. Trippin', I actually wrote, I think I was like 19 or 20 years old. It's about the one and only time that I tried acid and I tripped for 14 hours. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
It's not for me. It's not for me. And I didn't really know what I was doing. And the people I was doing with it, I wasn't ready for it. But it was a lot. But I got a cool song out of it. Yeah. And like I said, I wrote a long time ago.
All right. So is it about your experience on acid, or you recorded it while?
No, my experience.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about my experience and things I was seeing and just how it was, and it was crazy. It was like the first half was cool, and then the second half was not so cool. I'll just say that.
What's so cool, and what I really admire about the record is, so I'm not anti-drugs. Like I've tried almost all of them, honestly. Not like cracking up, but anyway. But like as a non-drug user, to listen to the record and just really appreciate it for like the not only the vocals on it, but the experimentation, the instruments. They sound like live instruments. Like, is that somebody playing the music?
Yeah, my producer Brendan Carper. He is in a couple bands. He's in a signed band called 5 a.m. They're out of the Quad Cities. He plays drums for them. And then his own band that he headlines, Love's Blind. And he's a prodigy. Probably one of the most talented people I've honestly ever met. He can play just about every instrument. And basically I tell him, hey, I want it to kind of sound like this and this and that. And he works his magic, and like I said,
it sounds so good and so natural. Like I can tell, it's like it's not just Fruity Loops where you just plug in every sound. Like if it's not all just original play, like he's just really good at whether it's the engineering part, producing. But now that I know that he's actually going in there and playing the instruments, it's amazing.
He does that not for just like my songs that have rocking in it, anything that has a hip hop sound to it too. He's playing all those guitars and he's doing all of that. It's all The only thing that would be live would be the drums. He does do that, on the software and all that. But he's a drummer, so it's not, he knows which one to pick. So
don't challenge him. He'll still go in there and do it. But
I like to call him the Travis Barker of Southeast Iowa. So
I love it. So he's in a band in Davenport, but he lives in Burlington, or
Yep.
Okay.
He travels there to
Nice.
do all that stuff with them, and
That
they
is
tour
awesome.
and stuff like that. So
That is awesome.
5 a.m. Go check them out.
5 a.m. Yes. So like the music itself, it feels so you are rapping,
Yes.
but it feels like the alternative rock. It feels like when Evanescence has the rap break, or when Linkin Park integrates their rap. Like, do you box yourself into any genre? Talk to me about the genre blending.
So I just have a love for music and all types of music. I grew up with my grandparents, so I love old music and stuff like that too. So I don't really know what to call my genre. Just anything that I like. I just try to blend in with myself as far as like with the hip hop, and I don't just like hip hop. I try to sing a little bit too.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what you would call my genre of music.
Is it anxious that one of them has a feature and one of them has a singer on the hook?
So I don't have a singer on the hook on any of them. I have two
is that
features.
You?
Yeah, I'm singing. Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Because I hear the rap and I'm like, okay, I know for sure that's her. And then I hear the singer, I was like, it doesn't list a feature, but it felt like a whole nother person.
Oh, okay, yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, on the See Tomorrow one, I'm singing a lot on that one. So yeah, I'm singing that, and then I might have my buddy Jay Wetterling featured on that one.
Nice,
so,
nice. Yeah, the quality of the music is just top tier. Like, it's just super good. It's definitely the music that, like, I'm big into, like, punk rock, pop rock, like all of that, and that's from me being in Iowa for 20 plus years. Like,
right.
I'm originally from Chicago, but like I basically was raised here in Iowa. Like,
okay.
Iowa raised me, and the music and the radio and all that. So
right.
your style of music is what I go to. Like,
okay,
I listen
awesome.
to that more than I listen to straight hip hop.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate the music for it. So
thank you.
Are you originally from Iowa?
Yeah, born and raised in Burlington, Iowa native my whole life. So yeah, I feel you on the different like cultures of music around here, and it's
For
not
sure.
just hip hop. It's all different types.
Yeah.
As far as like the pop punk, I definitely grew up like a bit of an emo kid.
Yep.
Listening to like Green Day and
Yes.
182 and
Yep.
stuff like that. Growing up. So yes, it definitely had a huge influence on my music now.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And then you said you also Wayne fan.
Oh
so
yeah,
like,
huge Lil Wayne fan. Yeah, I was in
Logic.
high school when the Carter 3 dropped.
Oh,
I obviously liked him before that, but I feel like that was like when the Carter 3 dropped. I feel like he just exploded.
Yep.
After
Yep.
that, and that's all. He was definitely my biggest influence on, as far as like the wordplay and
Yep.
stuff like that when I first started getting into it.
Yep. So you mentioned your producer. Who are some of the other local artists that you've collaborated with, or local engineers and so forth?
I've collaborated with my homies at a Manhattan Blockade.
Okay.
I have a few of those members out of there that we have our own project that we're working on.
Nice.
It's called Synchromantics.
Okay.
And I really haven't collabed with a whole lot of other locals.
I guess a better question then is, who are some local artists that you would like to collaborate with?
A1 Yola.
Yeah,
They're the
Those are my boys.
biggest hip hop group, I would say, in Southeast Iowa. I'm also a fangirl, so I could be biased.
I'm
they
a
bring
huge
the biggest
fan
crowd.
too.
I'm gonna say, they're probably number one on my list for sure. Meech.
Shout out LAB.
Yeah.
Shout out Meech.
Meech, he's another one. He's another big artist down there. I love his flow. I love his stage
I
presence
just
too.
got put on the Meech at this year's Summer Jam.
Okay.
He hit me up out of the blue and said, hey, how'd I get on Summer Jam? And he was actually one of our headliners, and it was my first time hearing him and seeing him, and he killed it.
He's amazing.
Definitely a fan.
yeah. Meech, he's one of the people that I want to make something with him too.
Yeah.
I really think we could make something special.
Dope. And then we talk about local artists. What about industry artists? If you could collaborate with any industry artist.
Oh man, there's so many. Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah,
he's tough.
MGK.
He's one of my biggest influences.
Yeah.
Jessie Reyes.
Okay.
I don't know if you know her.
Yes,
She's
yep.
So Lil Wayne.
Of course.
Tunchi. Oh man. So many more. Those probably like my top 3 though.
I got to see him in God, I don't remember what month, but I got to see him again this year. It's probably my 4th time seeing him, but my first time seeing him in Iowa. And he had almost an alternative rock band from Australia. They opened for him.
Okay.
So I know he's into, and obviously he's got his rock album too. So
yeah.
I wouldn't think it's too far-fetched for you guys to get together.
Yeah, definitely. He had an influence. I remember when he started getting into rock stuff and all that. That's definitely an influence for me too when he started doing that. So,
that's dope.
Yeah, I saw him this year too up in Des Moines. It's my first time seeing him.
We're at the same show.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. It took forever to come out, man. I was straight up taking a nap. As soon as he came out, though, I was ready.
No, it was fire. I definitely enjoyed it. How'd you feel about the Super Bowl thing with him in New Orleans?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Kendrick Lamar, he is probably the biggest. After that whole beef thing, I get it. I would have loved to have seen Wayne, but I don't know. I'm okay with Kendrick performing though.
He's the biggest hip hop artist in the world.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
I can't wait to see him to perform that song. They not like us.
I still think he should be thanking Drake. Thank you, Drake.
Yeah,
he's the biggest star.
Definitely. This was his year.
Oh
and, and I love a good rap beef.
Me too.
Yeah, so
me too.
I'm here for it. Yeah. Would I love to have seen Wayne? Yeah, but. Yeah. You got to give it to who's on top right now.
How'd you feel about the whole Kendrick versus Drake beef?
Oh, Kendrick whipped his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna lie.
Were you disappointed in Drake, or did he just do his best and it wasn't good enough?
He's not a rapper. He makes hits. Let's be real. I mean, I love the hits. I've always been a Drake fan since growing up. Ever since I was in college, I love Drake, and but. He's not a battle rapper either. He's not a battle rapper either. He wasn't built for it, and Kendrick was, and the culture feeling it for a reason because So. Yep.
What are some of the other like rap beefs that you followed or that you were?
Of course, the MGK and the Eminem.
Beef. You mentioned you'd want to work with MGK. How'd you feel about that beef?
I enjoyed the whole thing. Again, I love the whole rap beef, and it's just like they're both like on the same label. So like I don't know. Some people are like, I feel like there's so many people like, it's Eminem. Oh, no, he whooped his ass, this and that. But, like, I feel
don't think he whooped his ass.
I didn't think so either.
I feel like Eminem won the battle, but MGK won the war. The fact that he swung so hard, like, you know, because most people just either lay down or don't even challenge him. But,
exactly.
Not kill shot. What was the MGK's?
Rap Devil.
Rap Devil.
Yeah.
That was fire. Yeah. That record was fire.
I agree.
It does not get the love it deserves.
No, I agree.
Like, they're like, oh, Eminem beat him so bad he went into rock music. I'm like, well, the rock music's really good. So if he's making more money doing that, I support it. But I don't think he beat him that bad to where he won't rap again. I just think, it's okay to have other passions and experiment with other genres.
Absolutely. And it's just crazy that people are saying that because I've been a fan of MGK since I've been 18 years old. I've probably seen over 20 shows that he's performed at.
Damn.
He's always had rock influence in his music.
Yeah.
He released a rock album because us fans were begging him to release one.
Yeah.
So it's just like people that don't know anything about him, and it's just easier. They love to hate someone.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So,
and
he had dropped several things on YouTube of him rapping and stuff like that. Several hip hop songs. And it's like people are like he's done with rap. Like no, he's actually dropped like a lot of hip hop since then. But off. Facts. It's whatever.
So who do you think won that, or what's your take on that beef?
It's probably an unpopular opinion, but I thought MGK won. I did because I felt like some of the things that Eminem was saying, like he was making fun of his man bun and this and that. He had the man bun because he's also an actor. He was doing it for a role of this and that.
Oh.
Yeah. I felt like also MGK was a fan of Eminem, so he'd studied him his whole life. So I feel like everything that he threw out, it's because he studied him. I felt like Eminem's wasn't as gut punchy, but of course they know everyone's like, oh no, he murdered him. I'm like, but did he? But he had some good lines in there. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And I think it was close. I enjoyed the whole thing. Like I said, I love them both as artists. But I'm gonna give it to MGK. That's just
dope.
me.
That's dope. Yeah. I'm with you on. Like I said, I think M won the battle, just better bars and all that. But MGK won the war. Like that really. not only got him the exposure,
but
he, like I said, just clapping back at him, because not alike when he took those shots. It was just some of the most creative ways to come at somebody by Eminem, but then Rap Devil just he went in. He went in.
And like you said, who else has clapped back at him
and made an impact?
Nobody.
Like Ja Rule had like a bar or two, but like he had Rap Devil's a whole dope ass record all around. So.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that one was dope. What are some things that you look forward to moving forward as an artist and in your career?
Things I look forward to, just spreading my music just more than outside of Iowa. Okay. And I look forward to performing. People who who come out and support me, it's awesome. Yeah. Just that. Sometimes I get a little down on myself. I'm not sure if I'm really, doing anything. So, after the IMA stuff, it definitely gave me like a confidence booster. So I'm excited to see what this will bring, going forward. I'm super motivated right now. So I'm just trying to see how far I can take this and see, let's take it to the top.
And let's definitely talk about the IMAs. You won Female Rapper of the Year.
Yes.
How did you feel about that? Was it a surprise?
I was absolutely shocked. I was shocked because the type of music that I do isn't straight hip hop. Right. I have hip hop influence. I'm obviously rapping, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. Not I've performed and nobody's paying attention. Or I felt like I cleared the floor because it's so different or whatever. So I was definitely shocked, but I'm just being my authentic self. This is who I am. Yep. You're gonna dig it, you're not gonna dig it. So it's just cool that the Academy dug it. Yeah. And I still can't believe it. It was just like, it's amazing. And again, thank y'all again. Yeah. So.
And me personally, I don't get to vote, but I am absolutely a huge fan of yours. So I can't
thank
be like, I would have voted for you. I don't get to vote, but your style of music is absolutely what I personally listen to and have listened to majority of my life. So I'm not only happy for you because like me being a fan, but also I want to talk about like the state of females in rap and the content of it. Like, your music is not, my ass, my, this, that, like, it's not all about that. Like, I'm sure you probably have a couple ass bars in there, but, but that seems to be the trend in where females in hip hop is going. What's your take on the current state and how do you contribute? Or
I agree with you on that. That's definitely where it's going. That's not who I am. Mm-hmm. Those women. I love Cardi B. I love Megan Thee Stallion and all that. Mm-hmm. Them girls doing that. Again, that's not who I am. But sorry, repeat the question again.
Yeah. I like where you're going with that. Like, that's not who you are. Like, how do you feel about that direction of music? Like, I feel like when I listen to you, when you're on your hip hop tip, I'm getting like Queen Latifah. I feel like I'm listening to what I call an MC.
Sure, yeah.
Versus, just.
And I guess I'm not out here selling ass. I'm just out here telling my story. Okay. Again, I definitely have like more of an MC approach to it. Mm-hmm. Tupac's probably like my biggest influence. As far as like Queen Latifah and all that. I don't have a problem with like, there's a time and a place for all that, ass shaking music and all that. But it's not who I am. But I have respect for those women who put that out there and sell that. But I think I probably would have stuck out a little bit more than all of them because I'm not doing what they're doing. You know, it's different.
And I've seen you perform a couple times. I know we did a show. I think they were both young creative shows. So there was one at Wake and Bake, and I think you did one at the Olympic here in Cedar Rapids.
Yes, yep.
That was awesome. So I remember your performance standing out and you doing something different. And I remember seeing how passionate you were while performing. You definitely become the person. Like, you can see you as the character or as the individual that's on stage, but it's not like you're portraying a role. It's like you embodying who you are in that moment. You're really getting lost in the moment. So I definitely appreciate that as well.
Thank you. Again, like I said, I know not everyone, again, it's different. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I've been there, people not paying attention, but I'm going to put on a performance like there's a, million people out there watching me, you know, like they want to see a show. So, that's what I'm going to do.
And so you're working with a band now, so is your music gonna be more alternative rock with hip hop? Is it gonna be more hip hop with a band behind it? What is like the shape of the music going forward?
So going forward, yes, I'm in a band called Synchromantics. We have our first single coming out in January 14th. It's called Grimy. That is definitely, there's a lot of rock influence in that.
Okay.
But there's also, it's like metal, but like pop punk. But we also have like pop in there, and hip hop. It's just, we're all a bunch of nerds and collectors of music. So it's just like, I don't really know how to explain what type of genre that is. As far as like my solo stuff, I have a hip hop album that more hip hop, not so much rock influence in it.
Okay.
That I'm working on that I want to release, and I'm also, I don't know if you're familiar with synthwave. It's like 80s influence stuff. So I also have like an EP I'd like to do on that also.
Nice.
So I have a bunch of different things that I'm experimenting with.
Yeah.
That I hope to get out this year.
Nice.
So.
Have you traveled to do the music, or?
Yeah, I would say the farthest I've traveled is Kansas City.
Okay.
I did, my cousin Sway May, she's another artist. I've done a couple singles with her on her project. And this video business is called Nine to Never, and they had like a hip hop show of all the artists that they worked with. So I went down there and performed. I guess I did perform down in Oklahoma at my cousin's wedding, so that might have been the.
You did
the
original
first.
Music?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
so
nothing's cooler than that. My brother, he used my "Give Me My Ring" song as a I think progressional is what it's called when they leave after they walk down the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's like one of the coolest feelings ever, because that's something that's gonna live with them forever.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah, I know that feeling. So that's super dope that you got that.
Yeah. No. And honestly, I was super nervous to perform at the wedding too, because like, and then my cousin, he's all like, I have a lot of family down there, and he's like, well, I know a lot of us don't get to see you perform, so we'd love to see you perform down here. So it was really cool that that he wanted me to perform, and all his other friends and all that. So yeah, it was cool. So I would say mostly around here, and those are probably the two furthest places that I've gone. Okay,
so with you doing a little bit of traveling, how do you feel the state of music is in Iowa right now?
I think people are overlooking us, and we have a lot of talent here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have, and not just like in the hip hop community, just all genres of music.
Yep.
So I think, and I love the movement with the IMAs and helping put everyone on the map.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So I think that we're just like a hidden gem that people haven't got to find yet.
Yeah, I agree, and I love like the collaboration and us all like finally coming together and networking and putting people in spaces they normally wouldn't be in, to meet people that can either help them move farther, or they just have information that can really help us grow and blossom as a state and kind of build our own Iowa music industry. So
absolutely,
that's kind of the point behind everything that I got going on, and it's to meet people like you and kind of give you your shine, give you your flowers, and put you in the spotlight so more people discover you and support you, and we can all support each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And being at the IMAs, it was so inspirational, seeing all the different artists and this and that. And then you guys, and I think you were saying like the only way we're going to get better if we all start collabing together. And I truly believe that. So after doing all that, like, I just want to start collaborating more with a lot of those artists and other great artists that are here in our state. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And speaking of collaboration, you do the events at Wake and Bake in Burlington, correct?
Yeah, I started a new thing. It's called the Cypher. It's the biggest hip hop show in Southeast Iowa. I'm just gonna say it now.
Yep, own it.
Yeah, and basically, we have a lot of talent down there that I wanted to help showcase. So I started doing that. I started last July. We're having our third Cypher tomorrow night.
Nice.
Yeah, and I said, what day is it?
Yeah.
So I have 10 different artists.
Nice.
We have some Cedar Rapids artists. Maddie Black Music, they're coming down, and 319's Finest, they're coming down.
Nice.
So, and that's kind of what I want to do. Not just our local, but sprinkle in also great artists from all over the state and bring them down too. Just again we all start collabing to get better and get our music out there.
I love that.
Yeah.
And how long have you been throwing shows at Wake and Bake?
Just last July. Yeah,
last
it's
July.
just, and honestly, my boss, she had been like pushing me to do it, and it's all like, do it. Like, I'm letting you do. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And, my two homies that my team that helped me do it, Ramon Gallegos and Seth Garrett. He's the DJ, and Ramon is our sound and stage guy. And honestly, it started out with Ramon's like, hey, I don't have anything booked this month. You want to throw a show? And that's kind of how it got started, and it's just kind of transformed into what it is now. And
I love that.
We're just trying to make it bigger and better every time, and I'm kind of new to it, but that's why I'm here. To get guidance from you.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I love that. Yeah, throwing events is something really special because you're bringing individuals that may not even know each other, or just often wouldn't be in the same room. And
Absolutely.
We're sharing a space, and then when we're performing, we're sharing our art amongst each other, and people are going to receive it a different way. Like you said, I remember seeing you perform, and everybody loved it, but you said there's been times where you felt like you've cleared the floor. So it's like, how are people going to perceive my art, and then how am I going to project myself? Like, am I going to perform like it's 10 people here because it is 10 people, or am I going to perform like it's 1 million people in the room no matter where I'm at? Like,
absolutely.
The event space is amazing.
And even at those events where I felt like no one was really paying attention, I still have had people come up and tell me they really like my set.
Yeah.
So it's all like, there are people out there, this and that, just because it's not, everyone. And you never know who's out there.
Yep.
That's another reason I perform like that. You never know who's watching.
Yeah.
So go big or go home. And I'm not trying to go home.
Exactly. Yeah. Me and my boy Tevin, we did a show. We opened up for a Prince tribute band.
Oh, wow.
And we did all original music, and we were terrified. And the people in the audience pretty much just stared the whole time. Like, couldn't get them to dance, couldn't get them to move, couldn't get them to react. They just stared. So we, finish up and, let's get the hell out of here. And as we're trying to leave, we're like, what are they all about to buy something or something? And they're in line. It's a long-ass line to come meet us.
Yeah.
And it's just such good feedback, and it's like, you motherfuckers didn't even move,
yeah.
Y'all didn't even act like y'all was feeling it,
yeah.
So it was one of the coolest experiences that I've ever had.
That's
It's
awesome.
definitely motivation when it looks like nobody's paying attention. They may be focused because it is new music, and they are perceiving your art for the first time and trying to translate it and understand it and also appreciate it. So it's definitely a different feeling based on the crowd, but keep doing it.
Absolutely, yeah. And I feel you on that. I remember I think it was a podcast I was watching or something, but they said people you don't feel like the crowd's into it, but then that happened for you. It's because they're listening.
Yep.
Like they've never heard this before, so they're just focused in on you.
Yep.
You might think they're not into it, but they're really actually
into
they're
paying so much attention.
Yeah,
because it's like, why are they staring at us like this?
Yeah, because they don't know your stuff, so they're listening. Yeah, so that's
Exactly.
awesome. Though. I love that for y'all.
Oh yeah. No, that's super cool. So yeah, I definitely want to get you down here a lot more. Like I said, we do a showcase out here every month at CSPS, and I'm all over the place every month as well. So I'll definitely get you plugged in. I look forward to working with you more. I got a couple games I want to play with you. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. Which one should we go with first? Let's do top 5. We've talked about our love for rock and alternative and pop punk. Let's do top 5 rock bands. And again, you can do alternative, you can do punk, pop rock, however you feel. But yeah, you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. We're going to work our way up from the bottom. I'll go with my number 5, and then you go with yours, and we keep going.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, my number 5 rock band. And this is probably all from the 2000s. I don't know. I just put what I felt. So on my list, I have Blink-182.
All right.
Would you count them as?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I feel like Blink-182 and Green Day were huge back in that era, and I was definitely more a Green Day fan than Blink-182. But I still love Blink-182, and their album Blink-182 is my favorite album, and I probably know every word to that entire album. So, I don't have them on my list, but I know.
I can't wait to hear your list.
But,
all right, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Chiodos. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No,
they're like an emo screamo band back in the 2000s, early 2000s and stuff like that. They sing and scream type of like that, but they're definitely. I was a huge fan. I've seen them in concert once.
Okay.
But they were in my emo middle school days. Probably one of my biggest bands. So.
Okay. My next pick is because there's so many elements to rock. So I feel like I should have narrowed it down to a certain type of rock. Because this band doesn't necessarily play well with the other bands, but I have Train.
Okay.
You familiar with Train?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you classify their music as?
Rock pop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to really compare them to a lot, but yeah, they Drops of Jupiter.
Yeah.
Meet Virginia. I'd still play that like
Hey
every
Soul
day.
Sister.
Hey Soul Sister. Yeah, that's
my jam.
Yeah.
And if I'm in the car with you, it's over with. I know it's not all the words of that too. So I love Train too. Not on my list, but I love Train too.
Okay.
My number 4, I have Linkin Park.
Hey,
yeah, they're definitely
become so Yes.
And the funny thing about Linkin Park, I remember my stepdad had the album Paper Cut, and I remember like the first time he played it, I was like, "Whoa, what is this?" And I had this vivid memory of us. We used to go camping a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember he brought that album. I had a Walkman.
Yeah.
I grabbed that and I just rode my bike around the campsite, just listening to that entire album from front to back. So I would have to say Linkin Park. They're a huge influence on my music now. Yeah.
Fire. My number 3, Evanescence.
Okay.
Evanescence. Huge fan. And I think I only know like the 2 songs, but the fact that I can play those 2 songs right now and probably do them word for word, like
definitely. I love them growing up too, and now I'm thinking I probably only just those 2 songs, but when they came on, it's it. So my number 3, and I have Machine Gun Kelly because
really,
I have Machine Gun Kelly.
He's good.
Yeah, and that's just like and you want people like, well, he's not a rock band, but he is. He has an entire set. He has his own guitar player, his own drummer, and all that. They're a rock band.
See, and that's how I felt, because I really wanted to put, and I didn't. I wanted to put Papa Roach in my list, but I was like, that's more like a rock singer. So, but yeah, if you're doing MGK, I got at least honorary mention Papa Roach, because Stars, I'll break out to that song just out of nowhere for no reason at any time. But
what I love about him too, again, I've told you I've seen him a million times perform. It's because he puts on an entire show, and when he's performing with his people, he says, "We are Machine Gun Kelly." You know, he doesn't just say, "I'm Machine Gun Kelly," because it takes a whole team to make the performance what it is. That's how I look at it. Like, they are a rock band because it's the same people in the band. I know all their names. They are Machine Gun Kelly.
That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Where are we at? Number 2. My number 2 is a very unpopular pick by most, but I love them.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Nickelback.
I knew it!
I had to say it. Nickelback.
I knew it. And
don't attack me.
You can say that. No, you can say that. But they were it
they
came out. Yeah, like I know all their popular songs probably word for word too.
Me too.
Like, look at this photograph. Oh yeah.
You remind me. God, I can all day. Like I hate the hate that they get. And it's because they're so great. Like, it has to be.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool though. My number 2 is System of a Down.
Don't know that one. I don't think.
Oh, they do.
Give me the song.
The Toxicity or Aerials.
How's it go?
The toxicity of our city.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay.
But they're probably like the musicianship, the guitars and the drums. And Serge, he's a great singer. Yeah. You should definitely look up System of a Down.
I will.
That's growing up, my stepdad was super into them too. But they are definitely, and anybody who knows me, who's ever worked with me, they know that I love me some System of a Down.
Okay.
You should definitely look them up. They're my number 2. Yeah.
All right, my number 1 was actually your number 4. I went with Linkin Park.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not just Numb, but even the fact that they did that collaboration with Jay-Z, that like opened my mind and opened me like musically to more collaborative efforts and genre blending. So had that not happened, I don't think I'd be the artist that I am today. So I owe it all to them, and they're just amazing. So,
I agree, 100%. Yeah, they're great. And of course, I love genre blending. But them with Jay-Z, and then like, what was it? Run DMC with Aerosmith. And even when Nelly crossed into country with Tim McGraw, I love stuff like that. Yep, so absolutely, I agree with you on that.
Who do you got for your number one?
I have Green Day.
Yeah,
I was a huge Green
You were
Day
hinting
fan.
at it. I wonder.
I was a huge Green Day fan growing up. I still am. I don't know how many times I've seen them. And it's just Billy Joe Armstrong. He is another prodigy. He can play just about every instrument. And I just love the way that he writes. But yeah, 14 years old. I was the first time I ever went to a Green Day concert. American Idiot. When they were just saying like "F you" to the government and stuff like that. I love that shit, man. I love that. And I've been a huge fan ever since. And I know a lot of people like that Blink are better and all that, but I've always been more drawn to Green Day. I love Billy Joe Armstrong. I just think he's an amazing artist. Yeah, Green Day for me.
Go through your 5 one more time.
Yeah.
5
So 5 Chiodos, 4 Linkin Park, 3 Machine Gun Kelly, 2 System of a Down, 1 Green Day.
All right, mine was Blink 182, Evanescence, Train, Nickelback, and Linkin Park.
All right.
That's awesome.
I respect that list. Thank
you. All right, so our next game. We get a little crazy. We get all over the place. It's still fun, but it is very crazy. It is called This or That. In this game, you get 3 elaborations. Otherwise, the answer needs to be that or this. Okay. This or that. Okay. So I'm going to give you about 30 questions. We try to get through it fast. I had somebody try to elaborate on every question, turn to a 3-hour episode. So please don't do that. Okay, I like my episodes like 45 minutes to an hour. We're at 36 minutes. We're at a good time. Okay. So I will allow you 3 elaborations and then no more. So use them wisely. But if it's something you're passionate about, go ahead. Also, I get as many elaborations as I want. So, I might stop you on a couple, and it doesn't count against you.
I don't call you towing the bus for nothing.
Exactly. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, this or that. Let's go. What? I'm just gonna give you sometimes one word, sometimes a sentence, sometimes in the form of a question.
Okay.
We're gonna start with humble or prideful.
Humble.
Streams or followers.
Followers.
Cheat on your girl or get cheated on?
Oh, God.
And I feel bad because I know you just got engaged, so I ain't trying to get you in trouble.
Get cheated on?
Get cheated on? That's a safe answer. Let's move on to elaboration. All right. What's more important, who you know or what you know?
Who you know.
All right, you said that one pretty quick. I'm going to ask you to elaborate on that.
I think it is about who you know. I feel like, I don't know. Now I feel like, you know, but I think it's who you know. And that might seem a little political, but I'm going to stick with that. Yeah.
And that's something that I have to tell a lot of my artists is like, this music, obviously, you can have all the talent in the world. You can have all the knowledge in the world. It definitely is political. It definitely is who you know. It definitely is relationships, favors, and making sure that you're in good standings with pretty much everybody.
Right. No, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
All right. I feel bad. Monogamy or poly?
Monogamy.
Good job. What's more important, honesty or loyalty?
Honesty. Yeah, honesty. I'm an honest person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Would you rather have more friends or business partners?
Business partners.
You got 3 elaborations. You got 3 elaborations.
I would say, like, because I have a small circle. I don't know who my real friends are, you know, and not that it's not, I won't make new friends, but I feel like, business partners if you want to get to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. All right. Street cred or business reputation?
I'm a businesswoman. I'm going to go with business reputation.
All right. Would you rather have a tough relationship or have it easy being single?
I feel like these are controversial questions.
I'm sorry. I apologize beforehand.
I'm in a healthy relationship, so I would not want to be in a tough relationship if it's bringing me down. I'd rather just be by myself.
Understood. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan all day.
Hey. Would you rather be with someone with a low body count or experience?
my God.
We go there. It's that kind of pie.
Oh my gosh, I don't. A low body count?
Yeah. A lot of people say
yeah.
All right. Split bank accounts or shared?
Split.
I ain't gonna elaborate on that. Passwords. Should those be private or shared?
What kind of passwords?
Phone passwords.
Oh.
Email, social media passwords.
I share. I don't have nothing to hide.
Hey, respect.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy.
Real quick. Jamie Foxx or Will Smith?
Will Smith.
Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
Oh my God.
Oh, real quick. Did you see Jamie's new special though?
No.
It is so good. It might change that answer.
Okay.
All right. Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
Oh man. I have to say Cat Williams. I am a huge Kevin Hart fan. I got his book and everything, but I feel like
his good.
Oh, so good.
So
Inspirational.
good. Yes.
Yeah. But I feel like his latest comedy stand-ups I really have not enjoyed like the old ones.
Yeah.
And I feel like anytime Cat puts something out, I always enjoy it. So I'm gonna have to say Cat.
That interview he dropped at the beginning of the year. How did you make an interview that entertaining, that viral? Like, that was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
I'm
not mad at you for that.
Yeah.
I'm a Kevin Hart guy, but he's like one of my biggest inspirations, like how hard he works. And like, especially after listening to the book. Like, I already saw his work ethic before the book. Now listen to the book and it just put a lot in perspective for me.
Oh yeah. Got respect for both of them. I'd have to stay with Cat.
Would you rather overplan or go with the flow?
Overplan. I'm a planner.
All right. Text or phone calls?
Text. Oh,
real quick. Kanye or Jay-Z?
Kanye. Yeah.
Real quick.
Easy. Easy, baby.
LA or New York?
LA.
Windows or Mac?
Oh, Mac all day.
Stone Cold or The Rock?
The Rock. Dwayne Johnson.
Elaborate.
I grew up on that era. I feel like that era of wrestling. What was the Attitude Era? I just watched the thing on Vince McMahon.
Yes, that was dark.
It was. But I grew up loving The Rock. I love the rivalry between The Rock and Stone Cold. It was probably one of the greatest ones, honestly. But yeah, I grew up loving. He's so entertaining. The Rock's eyebrow. I remember trying to do it. I still can't do it. You know, Rudy Poo Candy ass. Like, he's the man. And I just love what he's become too. Like with his career.
Me too.
I love Moana.
Yeah,
I can't wait to go see Moana too. You know.
All right, what'd you think of Moana too? Because I wasn't feeling it that much.
I
like
haven't
the first
seen
one.
it.
Okay,
but
I ain't gonna
heard
spoil
that.
it.
Yeah.
The first one, classic, beautiful movie. Second one is just like a follow-up. Like they could have kind of did a TV series. And broke that into episodes for me. So definitely check it out.
I will.
All right.
But The Rock all day.
Yes. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
That's probably the only question with the correct answer.
Yeah, and it's so funny you say that because I used to be hardcore Android, never gonna go to an iPhone. But then when I worked at that record label, that's all they used were iPhones and MacBooks and all that. And then I realized when I was doing content stuff that iPhone was actually superior. And there were some things I couldn't do on my Android that I could do on the iPhone, so I had to borrow somebody else's phone to post stuff. And it's just like, I used to be hardcore Android, but after like doing stuff professionally like that, I would have to say iPhone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp or Robert Downey Jr.?
Oh, Johnny Depp. Yep, okay. Johnny Depp.
Do or Die or Bone Thugs and Harmony? You're not too young for these,
No, I know.
Okay.
No, I'm like,
some people like it. Who's that?
I'm going to say Bone Thugs.
Okay.
Cleveland.
Hey, there we go. All right, you know. Twister or Tech Nine?
Oh, the Nina. I met him, and actually, I got to go to Strange Music, and he wasn't there, obviously, but and film a music video with my cousin Sway May. Glue. We performed that down there at the Strange Music facility.
Strangeland.
Yeah. Yes.
I just went there for the first time this summer, and my mind was blown.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I thought I had goals, and then I saw that like I didn't dream big enough.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you also got to experience that because I've been trying to explain it to people, and like words aren't working. Yeah. You just have to go and experience that, and like nothing feels that big time. Like that, it's amazing, and just knowing where he comes from and where he's at now is just
he's definitely
coolest.
a huge influence on my music as well too. So.
Same. What do you think is more important, education or field experience?
Field experience. I mean, you can be educated, but till you go out there and actually do it yourself, you're going to be put to the test. You know what I mean? I feel like you have to, experience over education all day.
Nelly or Ludacris?
Luda.
You're so quick with your answer.
Luda.
You should see people struggle on these questions. I'm like, he's not gonna watch this. I'm sorry. I don't think. I think very highly of the things I do. I don't think they're gonna watch it. Like,
Luda got them bars.
Ed Sheeran or Justin Bieber?
Oh, I'm a believer. I have Drew House gear. I'm a believer all day. I watched Never Say Never changed my life. I was like, oh my god, this kid's so talented. Oh yeah, and it's my little sister because she was like, she was all into it back in, and then she had me watch that with her. I'm like, oh shit, I'm a believer after that. Yes,
that's awesome. Yep. That is awesome.
The beads.
Yes. Dr. Dre or Timberland?
Oh god.
Hey,
that one's hard.
Yeah, like, there we go. I was about to say we got you on a hard one.
Because oh man, I'd have to say Dr. Dre.
You got two elaborations. Yeah. Use one of them. I'm a
huge West Coast fan. Old '90s West Coast, like Tupac. Snoop, Dre, Death Row. Yeah. And Timberland, though, I have respect for him because he makes the beats, like, Missy, Elliott, and, Leah, like...
JT.
JT, yeah. But, yeah, I'm still going to stay with Dr. Dre.
Speaking of JT, Justin Timberlake or Bruno Mars?
Oh, my goodness. I was just telling my fiance how I'm a huge Justin Timberlake fan, too. I said Justin Bieberlake. But... I love Bruno Mars, though. I'm gonna say Bruno.
What?
Bruno Mars, yeah. This is like, it's Bruno. I would love to see him live. Bruno, all day.
What's more important, punctuality or perfection?
Perfection.
Are you late?
I be running on color people. I'm not even gonna lie. You can
They have evolved it, and now they call it tone time.
Tone time.
Yeah, I don't like it, but it's true. I'd rather come prepared, have everything right, than hey, I'm on time, but I ain't got shit right. Like that don't feel right to me. Like, I just saw a quote the other day. It was punctuality is a virtue of the board. You so bored, you on time. Like, bro, you ain't even being creative.
You guys are just early.
I swear. All right. Usher or Chris Brown?
Ooh. I think I have to say Chris Breezy.
Breezy.
Yeah, I love me some Usher, though. I grew up on Usher. When it was time to clean the house, my mom put on Usher. I'm going to say Breezy.
Okay. I think I know your answer, but Kendrick or Drake? Surprise us.
Yeah. If I'm gonna be honest, if I'm gonna be listening, and like, it's probably gonna be Drake.
Yeah.
I would say Kendrick definitely won the battle, but Drake's a hit maker, and I've loved Drake ever since he came out, since Wayne introduced him and this and that.
Same.
I think all black girls that went to college love Drake.
Drake is my answer. Like, Kendrick, absolutely a better MC.
Yes.
The way he positioned himself in this rap beat, absolute genius. Man is a genius. Drake is a hit maker. Yes. Drake is consistent.
Yes.
Easy go to, especially as a DJ, but even as an artist. A lot of my styles, and now the singing with the rapping. I don't think a lot of us would do that if it wasn't for Drake ping the way. So,
I agree 100%. I remember when he started doing that too.
Yep. All right. Beyonce or Rihanna?
Oh, my goodness. Rihanna.
Hey.
Rihanna.
Okay.
I love Queen Bee, but I would say Rihanna.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Mario or Sonic?
Sonic, yep.
Me and my daughter just went and seen Sonic 3 last night.
Oh, was it good?
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Oh, I worked at Domino's for 6 years. Domino's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know where you were going.
Yeah.
I worked at Domino's for 6 years.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah. No, and honestly, I always tell.
What do you know?
Shit. No. Honestly, that was one of my favorite jobs because I did it at the end of high school and through college. I started off as a pizza artist, making the pizzas, and then I became a delivery expert. Okay. So I love whipping it though, and that was the fun part.
Okay. Let's see if I know your answer for this one: Lil Wayne or Eminem?
Tunechi.
Yep.
Yeah, I love M.
I think the MGK answer earlier. Yeah. And the Tunechi being, Lil Wayne being an influence. Yeah.
Definitely Tunechi.
Sam Hunt or Sam Smith? A lot of people
Smith.
don't know their Sams. Like, I almost took that question out because so many people don't know their Sams. I'm like, you got to know your Sams, bro.
I love Sam Smith, old and new. I know people want him to sing his ballads and all that, but I like all this crazy shit he's doing now. So I like that. Yeah, Sam Smith, he's so talented. I wish I could sing like that. Shit.
You said you like a good rap beef. Which song was better diss track? Ether or Hit 'Em Up?
Hit 'Em Up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I had somebody who didn't even know. I think he didn't know either song. Oh. Broke my heart. Yeah. I think he was only like 22.
Okay, yeah.
Just broke my heart. Like, oh, and you're in rap. You got to know your history. Like,
yeah.
That Hit 'Em Up should be studied in schools. And Ether. Like, that's just. Yeah. It needs to be taught.
Tupac been telling us about Diddy for how long? He started in that song.
I swear.
Bad Boy is a whole establishment. Yeah. Hit 'em up.
All right. I think we got 2 more questions. That's what I used to make a big deal about, but I got so many disappointing answers that I won't judge anymore. I'm going to listen and not judge, as the TikTokers say.
Right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Pancheros or Chipotle?
Pancheros.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to look. I guess I did judge anyway.
How is that?
Thank you. That is the thing. Okay, that one does have a right answer.
Yeah. It is. It's better than Chipotle. What's the other one? I think there's no.
Yeah, there is no other one. It's just Pancheros.
Yeah, all day. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
I'm tripping if you think Chipotle.
I swear, like, you ain't lived yet.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, well, last time I got it, it was cold. You went to the wrong one on the wrong night with the wrong worker. No. You don't even work there no more.
Right, exactly.
Go back. My treat, go back. I swear. All right, last question. This was one of my favorites. And please elaborate. Would you rather deal with a smart ass or a dumbass?
Smart ass.
Please elaborate.
Yeah.
You look upset already.
I don't want to deal with no dumbass. I guess just like, I'd rather someone, because I guess I'm a little bit of a smart ass myself sometimes, I'd rather
someone challenge you.
Yeah. Than someone I'd just be like looking at him like, whose child is this? I can't. Everybody who knows me would probably like, if I was said any other way, like, I don't know.
That's awesome. All right, there it is. That's This or That.
All right.
August Gonzalez edition. I like it.
Yes.
Is that your birth name?
My full name is Augustina Gonzales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So,
What's your heritage?
I'm half black, half Mexican.
Oh, okay, dope.
Yeah.
I'm half, like a quarter Puerto Rican, but we still won't count it.
Okay, yeah. My daddy's black and get the salsa from my mama.
Hey, that's awesome. I love that. And where can they find you on social media?
You can find me everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you social media, TikTok. I'm on it.
Okay. And then music-wise, what should they be looking out for?
My new band, Synchromantics, our first single, Grimey's, dropping January 14th.
Okay.
I don't have any dates yet from August Gonzalez, but I got a lot of stuff I've been cooking up. So that's just wait for it.
Just wait for it. Just wait on it.
Keep your eyes peeled for it. You're like, oh, there it is. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for making the drive.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for being Female Rapper of the Year and showing us different styles of female rap and different ways to blend it with different kinds of music. I truly appreciate you and everything you do.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All
We're going to blast today.
Yes. All right, and we out. Peace.
Peace out. That was fun.
That was so good.
Yeah,
you did so